Configuring Windows Authentication. In this video you will learn how to authenticate users in the Bisagi Work Portal using the Windows user credentials. The Windows Authentication module in Bisagi has no configuration options, which makes it very easy to use. You merely have to set Windows Authentication as the authentication type. Thereafter, the Bisagi Work Portal will show the login page as normal, where users need to input the username, password and domain. Authentication will then be delegated to the Windows machine on the client side. If Windows allows access and the user exists in the Bisagi project database, then access will be granted. To enable Windows Authentication, in the Bisagi Studio menu, select the Security component. Locate and select Authentication under the Security classification. Bisagi Authentication is selected by default. Select Windows Authentication from the list of types supported by Bisagi in the Value drop-down list. Click the Update button to save the change. A message confirming the update is shown. Click the OK button. As we said, if we run the Work Portal, by default Bisagi will show the login page, and then we will take the user credentials and will send it to Windows to do the authentication. The username, password and domain will be authenticated by Windows. If successful, Bisagi in turn will validate if the user and domain exist in the Bisagi project database. If found, only then will Bisagi grant access to the Work Portal. However, there is an alternative to enhance the Bisagi window authentication. It is dependent upon Internet Information Server configurations and also on the web browser's client side. This option disables the Bisagi login page in the Work Portal. Instead, the user's credentials are taken from the client's Windows session to commence validation in Bisagi. If access is denied, the login page will be displayed to the user. To apply this setting, we have to change the authentication typeset for the project-specific website. To do so, in the IIS Manager console, select the project's website, in this case, Workshop ENG. Double-click on Authentication to set the options for the site. Ensure that only Windows Authentication is enabled for your site. Disable all other options. Once the configuration in IIS is set up, as described in the previous section, Bisagi's login page will not be shown. In this example, we are using Internet Explorer as the web browser. The browser may still prompt you for credentials to access the project's Work Portal. To ensure complete automatic login is taken and no credentials are needed, apply the following settings in the web browser. Go to the Internet Options menu item of the Tools tab. Select the Security tab in the Internet Options window. Click the Sites button for the local intranet zone. Select the Advanced button on the newly displayed window. Enter the URL of the Bisagi project and click Add to allocate the Work Portal as a secure site with automatic logon settings. Close the display window. Click the OK button to return to the Internet Options window. Click the Custom Level button on the Security tab to make the web browser automatically take the user's credentials from the client's Windows machine. When the Security Settings Internet Zone dialog window opens, locate the User Authentication section. Mark the Automatic Logon only in the Intranet Zone option. Click the OK button to save the setting. Click the OK button to close the Internet Options window. Remember that the last setting was to prevent the Bisagi login page from showing at the start. It also ensures that Bisagi takes the user credentials from the client's Windows session for authentication. If the authentication fails, then Bisagi shows the login page. Take into account that when using the Windows authentication with either of the last two settings, the user's password will not be retained in the Bisagi database. Therefore, to use this authentication, Windows domain users have to be created as Bisagi users as well. This tutorial shows how to validate Bisagi users against domains and Windows machines. Thank you for your interest in Bisagi.